everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to try to do this from memory. So we had the Marvel Legends panel today and it was pretty cool. And you know what? The last time that I had saw a stream that I was super excited when I walked away from it, I think it was a while ago. Now you're going to hear me say something on here which is kind of interesting because you know I always frown upon a little bit on like reuse and repaints and stuff like that. But you are going to hear me talk about a repaint today, or a repainted figure that I am super stoked for and I think just looks fantastic. But anyways, the stream started off strong. They were of course talking about the Daredevil. I thought it was kind of interesting that they brought out an unpainted prototype and showed it off. That was kind of cool to show that right away instead of just the promotional pictures. Now they moved along, and I know we saw some X-Men carded figures and we had that Target exclusive Wolverine and stuff like that. That was okay. And the Mystique was kind of cool because it came with that little extra head, which was kind of nice. So if you're an X-Men collector and you need those figures, it's pretty cool that they're going to be available. And look at that, I just knocked over that Hulk. You must know why that's here. Anyways, so the figures that really caught my attention today, though, were the ones from the Thunderbolts. I thought was really like... So the figures that caught my attention were the Thunderbolts. And not necessarily like all of them, but the 2-pack with the Red Guardian and the Yelena figure I thought were great because I have the one from the original Black Widow movie, but I don't think it looks like the actress at all. And I think this one looks really cool with the new haircut and stuff like that. And the Red Guardian, in my opinion, kind of looks fantastic with the two variations of the heads, one without the mask and of course the one with the mask. So I don't know if Red Guardian is like subjected to just being a 2-pack edition, because I think he was a 2-pack with in the Black Widow set too. It's a little bit unfortunate. I know there was a single release, but I think the 2-pack one was the one that I might have opted for because I think that's the one that came with the little action figure of him. But anyways, so those were pretty cool. And then we move on and we got that Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man in the symbiote. That looked pretty cool, especially with that little mask coming up, the symbiote head right there. That's a really cool figure, and man, I think I'm definitely going to have to get one more Spider-Man for my collection, an MCU Spider-Man at that. And I think that looks really, really cool. But of course, then we get into the figures that I thought were just fantastic. Now, the thing is, I'm going to talk about the She-Hulk figure for a minute because it comes with that Fantastic Four outfit, which I think looks spectacular. Now, I know they gave us an alternate head, so that is pretty cool, and it comes with a bunch of accessories, like the weights and stuff like that. But that is really cool, and you know what? I'm pretty sure it's basically just a repaint of the original, the one that just came out recently on that card, but that is by far probably my favorite She-Hulk other than the MCU TV show one. I really like that classic She-Hulk look, and when she's going to be in that Fantastic Four outfit, I think it looks fantastic. Now, the star of the presentation, of course, was, and I didn't bring out one of my gray Hulks, I just brought out this gray Hulk, was the Maximum Series Hulk. He's going to have the 3 different heads, one showing all his teeth, which looks pretty awesome. It's going to have the different hands and stuff like that. And then he has that clapping motion, which is pretty cool because you know you could never do that with the Hulk figure because of these gigantic muscles right in the front. But the thing is, they created some sort of a soft piece right here. And if you looked really close, you could see that he pushed in on the chest piece when he was creating the clapping motion. And then when he did that crossover hands, you know that this got impressed anyways. So it's pretty cool the way it works because I was looking at some of the shoulder articulation and stuff like that, and I could see like it creating more of a crease and stuff like that. My only worry is going to be about the longevity of the figure and if that could really stand the test of time. Now, I've looked through my figures and I've seen like some of these like outfits that they put on that are kind of soft, like the stuff that went over the Zartana for the G.I. Joe Classified series and some of those. So I know they can make a plastic that kind of is flexible and stands the test of time. And if you remember way back when we got like big Jim figures, he was able to flex and make a muscle just by doing that. And this thing is, what, over 40 years old and still works fine. So the thing is about the Hulk, though, my Hulk gets this huge back piece because of these butterfly joints, which they didn't have, but he does have a really wide spread, and his arms don't have to be behind him like that. And I think it looks really, really cool. So the big thing for me is going to be the price point on that, of course, but right now it looks pretty awesome and 10 times better than that Maximum Series Spider-Man. Because, man, compared to, like, these Hulks, I can't wait to get that clapping motion. I can't wait to check out that new design they got in here. Hopefully that will be able to last this, the test of time and it won't deteriorate too bad and stuff like that. But anyways, I did like that Symbiote Spider-Man once again, and I did like that 2-pack of the Red Guardian and the Yelena figure that looks like it's coming out from the Thunderbolts. And anyways, I think they did a really good job. It was April Fool's, so I didn't know what to expect. And hopefully they weren't just fooling us by showing off a whole bunch of stuff that's never going to come out. Anyways, they had some Walmart exclusive, Amazon exclusive, Target exclusives. And, you know, it's going to be a toy hunt galore for you to be able to get all of those figures that you might want for your collection. But anyways, tell me what you guys thought of this fan stream today. Did you see anything you liked? And as always, everybody, have a fantastic day.